Hey YouTube, Darren here. Kind of an update as to what all's going on. Oh yeah, I'm still wearing my hat. I've been outside working on the pad that our new trailer is going to go on. And it's been freaking hot today. So, I'm going to give you an update on Mikey's mower. And this is a piece of extruded aluminum I've got. And Denny 7777, I'm going to write his name down on the board in just a minute, suggested using some black mesh to cover this up, fill this in since it's been broken out. I thought that's a great idea. I thought, well, let's go one step further. Got some extruded aluminum, and I think that'll go on there really good. Hold on just a second, guys. More to come. I want to give a shout out to all these guys that have subscribed to my channel. George Baines, thanks man, I appreciate it. Cuneo 92, Hubert Hayes, thanks for subscribing, man. Defari JF, Defari JF, thanks man. All Mihi, Allmihi, thanks for subscribing, guy. Watchman 401, thanks guy. Kale Best, thanks for subscribing, man. Gus Elliott, thanks for subscribing, Gus. Jake Nandori, thanks for subscribing, Jake. Go over here to William Smith, thanks for subscribing, William. Austin Guberry, Gubbei, Gubbei, Austin Gubbei, thanks for subscribing, man. Nick Lately, Leighttley, thanks, man. 679BS, thanks, man. Bros Redneck, thanks, bro. That One Car One, thanks, man. Bulldog 0046, Sean Wildrick, Wildrick, Kevin Kanzler, thanks man. Skinner Gus and Coleman's DT, thanks for subscribing, guys. More to come in just a second. Here's Murray. Murray's a daddy. Yeah, life's over for you now, Murray. So that's that. Now back to the mower. Guys, now what I'm going to do first is measure to see about how much I'm going to need to cut. So having it bent like that, it's showing 7.5 inches, and I want to go back a little bit, and I want to have enough to bend over if I need to. So I'm going to do 9 inches, it looks like. Well, I may have to go a little bit longer to account for the spacing. So let me get you set up so you can see. It's kind of hard to hold it in the video. So 9 inches, going to be kind of like to right there. So I will go ahead and get that trimmed, and I'm going to use, since this is aluminum, I'm just going to use my bolt cutters and cut it. Okay, guys, now I've got it cut nice. The end, the more finished end, I'm going to be using on the bottom. I've got some bolt holes right here. I'm going to line it up and put some bolts with washers and lock it in place. Then it's going to be bent up at a 90-degree angle, and then I'm going to start curving this around and over. Now, I've never really worked with this kind of stuff. I've got all kinds of neat tools as far as benders and everything, but they're all up in my shop buried behind tons of furniture, so I can't really get to it. So we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to, I got a piece of big PVC pipe to bend and roll and make the curve. We're going to do that, but first I think I'm going to get this 90-degree angle right here on this. More to come. Okay guys, now we've got our first bend. I did not do anything really great. I went up in the shop and put it in the vise, and bent it over and then bent it over, and then I tapped it all down with a hammer to get it kind of squared up. I didn't take the camera in there because there's no lights, no power over there yet, so you really wouldn't have seen anything. So that's what I did, and I got it pretty close, but I'll have to tap it and straighten it a little bit more. Now we're going to roll it and get a good curve. More to come. This is a piece of 4-inch PVC pipe, a piece of scrap that I have, and what I'm going to do is start to form the curve with this. And once I get it started, I'll be able to do it a little bit more by hand. There. Now I've got a curve going, and what I'm looking for is something, a decent looking bend that looks more close to factory. Something that doesn't look like you made it in your shop after 6 beers. So I'll keep working on this and more to come. Now got it on for a dry fit here. Let me set the camera tripod down. You can see I've got it bolted on there loosely. You can see how it's going to fit. This will actually be tucked up inside the metal here, and it will be mainly bolted here and here, and then I'm going to start bending and cutting and folding this aluminum and this aluminum, this piece and this piece around, and we're going to tuck it down on the inside. We're going to see how that looks. Kind of like how it's going right now. I think I am going to paint it black as well. Black gloss, I believe so. Anyway, okay, more guys. Now what I've been doing is, once I got the basic form down, I just took a Sharpie and kind of etched out where I think it would need to be cut or bent. And I put it on there for a dry fit. And you can see here and here we're getting some rubbing. So I'm going to have to bend that in a little bit and just kind of form it to where the hood will close, and then we should be done. I may not even paint it black. I may leave it aluminum. So more to come. Okay, now I want to show you what I'm talking about. Let me zoom in here and get us all adjusted. This tab right here is sticking out. So this is all that we're doing. We're bending this in, bending this in, bending this in. See how well that took care of that? We're going to go on the other side and do the same thing. More to come. Okay guys, now I've gotten it on there, and you can see I've still got a little bit of bending to do. It came out looking pretty good. I still have to, like I said, tweak it a little bit. They make an extruded black plastic mesh that you use to go over your gutters. So if somebody is going to do this, I would recommend, rather than using this, I mean you can, I would recommend using that black plastic gutter mesh, because it's just easier to work with. See, this right here is hanging up. We're going to have to adjust it and tweak it a little bit where it can get it to where it will come up easy. But it doesn't look bad. Better than what it did. More to come. There we go. Now I've gotten it to where it'll open and close easier. And this is the pull side. This is where you pull to crank it. This is a lot of the sharp metal that's hanging out right here. So this side, I'm going to take every one of these and fold them over on themselves, just to keep it away from my hand, because I know I'm going to be the one cranking the damn thing. So more to come.